tell us a little bit more about what SQ is all about?
I can in the presentation.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Good morning, everybody. First, the ambassadors, raise your hands. Thank you so much for making the breakfast. It would have been really hard for me to make it all. So thank you very much. Thank you, Alan, very much. All right. Stephen Quick, SQ Merchant Services. My tagline is I help you accept credit card as form of payment as well as ATMs. What does that mean? That's an ominous statement. So I'm going to create stories behind this. So that's what I do. I don't like to say no. I'm a broker of sorts. So you come to me with a need, and I'm going to create a solution. The only time that I can't create a solution is if it's a contractual thing, if I cannot buy out the early termination, or if it's like a franchise agreement. Otherwise, as a whole, I can usually say yes. So if you have a need, give me a shot and I'll tell you what I can do. So, true stories. These are actual clients of mine that have come to me and said, this is my need, and I've created a solution. So the first one, this is a medical office here in the Tualatin area. They have 5 clinicians in their office. But what they wanted to do is actually go from room to room to room to have their clients pay for their transactions. But they also wanted it on the Wi-Fi. So this office is there's 5 accounts on that one machine, and it's on Wi-Fi. I have people come to me on a regular basis, bookkeepers, CPAs, others, they'll say, can you do better? And as a whole, because I am a broker, I don't like to say no. I will, as a whole, always be better. Sometimes banks will throw in stuff that I can't touch, free stuff, but as a whole, I'm always going to be cheaper. So I'll always do a side-by-side analysis to show you what I can do. Have you ever guys gone to an ATM and you swipe them in and out real quick? You know what I'm talking about? Or they lock? Okay, the first part, the swipe in and out real quick, that is what they call non-EMV compliant. Back about a year and a half ago, Visa MasterCard said they've got a lock. Now this is where it gets interesting. The criminal mind finds those ones you swipe in and out real quick. They'll pull out as much money as they can pull out, call the processor and say, I never got my money. And guess what? They would win. And not only that, the merchant that owns the ATM would not only lose whatever money that they pulled out, they'd also lose the fees. So that would be a good referral for me. So if you guys are ever in an ATM that swipes in and out real quick, have me give me a call. Existing client, Hillsborough Farmers Market. They actually came to me and said, can you do transactions out in the field? Yes. Can you do EBT? SNAP, food benefits out in the field? Yes. We want to be able to rent the space throughout the year. Can you do reoccurring payments or ACH? Yes. So this is actually 3 different accounts to be able to accommodate that. And on top of that, all that's downloaded into QuickBooks. But I'm mobile. I said this at Tiger Chamber. You guys have heard of the Roach Coach, right? You go to the
taco thing.
Yeah.
Taco truck.
Roach Coach. Back in the day, you either pay cash. Now you have Square. But now with the new technology that I have, that right there actually can do. You can actually put in items. You can actually do employee tracking, and it's all back-end office stuff. Jesse's not here, but he was my story from the Tiger Chamber. Jesse from Yellow Crown referred this roofing contractor to me. They've been doing business with QuickBooks for 20 years. And they got to a point where they wanted to do an evaluation. So they called ABC Merchant Company, whoever it was, and they said, can you do, what can you do? So first of all, they don't have anybody show up. It's all keyed in. Okay, they're going through QuickBooks. So this merchant sales rep said, well, we're going to give you a piece of equipment for not $189, that's actually my cost. We're going to sell it to you for a lease for $49 a month for 48 months. Well, first of all, no one ever shows up, so would that be of a benefit to that customer? No. So I set them up the same way, a virtual terminal, got them a cheaper program, and yes, it still was able to download into QuickBooks. USPS, government cars, you know, FedEx, whatever, they have a special card that they use, and it's called the Voyager Ride Express. So let's say that you're an auto mechanic or you're a tow shop or what have you, that you wanted to be able to accept those government cards. I can help you with that. Down in the Seaside, there was an independent hotel that I love to stay at. They gave me an opportunity to talk to them, and they said, well, can you get in the back end of hotel POS? Again, back to the asking me questions. I said yes. Well, they go, okay, well, by the way, we also own Best Western down in Seaside. Can you handle them too? And I said yes. So they're now going to be a client of mine. Anybody has a website, right? Who has a website? So nobody. Good. A good referral for me also is, let's say that you're on WordPress or Wix or what have you, and you're selling product online. Authorized.net, I'm a preferred reseller. I have the same rates as the Wells Fargos in the world as far as the rates are concerned. You come to me, Authorized.net is a juggernaut in the industry. They, instead of PayPal being a proprietary payment, they actually make the software, the coding, to be able to get in the back end for you guys to be able to accept credit cards. Then at that point, you can use any kind of credit card processing company. Yes?
I used to work with them. They're a pain in the ass.
Who?
Authorized.net. I protest. They're a pain.
There you go. So that really. Okay. You caught me off guard. Lost my train of thought. That's okay. Not an emergency call.
He will find you a different provider. Okay.
Oh, I thought he was saying how he was better than them. I'm like,
okay.
I apologize.
Okay. I can handle attorneys. So typically attorneys will have a trust account. So the money will go into one account, and then the fees will come out of another account, keeping everything compliant. I'll spend an extra little bit of time on this. The bottom line is, I now have a program that's cheaper than Square. It's not a lot cheaper, but the difference is they actually get to talk to me. I don't know if you've ever talked to Square before. Anyone? I thought so. But at the same token, if you're processing about $1,500 a month, if you're a coffee shop, $4,000 a month, that's my break-even point with hard costs. So if you're a foundation business and you're doing $500 a month, I'm going to be cheaper. Not a lot, but I'm going to be cheaper, and you get to talk to me. And if you're processing $100,000 a month, like I have a client right now, that's on Square, without even batting an eye, I'm going to save them $1,500 a month in fees. Unless you want $1,500, okay. I handle EBT, processing, marijuana, all that neat stuff. Well, it's so hard. Talk to me if you got it. I'll help you anyway. Ideal clients for me. I would really like to have a contractual relationship with a bank, a 1 to 5 location bank. I work well with bookkeepers and CPAs. Different associations. I have a relationship with the Christmas Tree Farm Association, so if you know anybody that's got a Christmas tree farm. And then ideal clients for me are the people that you can't go talk to. So nonprofits, medical offices, manufacturers, somebody you just can't walk up to. They have a tendency to be a little bit longer. It's hard to talk to them, and I'm going to take care of them, so therefore they're not going to want to vote. I have about a minute and a half questions, and if not, I would just love to have coffee at some point. Any questions?
You asked about websites. Do you actually help them build a website?
No, I have Stacy for that.
Okay, right on.
Stacy and I work together. In fact, I do need to call you because I have another one for you. She'll actually help me on the integration side. So once I've got the approval, I'll actually give her access and for the coding, and she'll code it. She'll make sure it's running live, and then it'll be a live transaction at that point. Any others? Thank you so very much.